Hi everyone, welcome to rachelpichleryoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a nice full body yoga for flexibility practice. So find just a little bit of space to move and let's get started. So let's begin today in just a nice comfy seat. So you can sit up on something if you'd like to do so. But I just want you to find a nice long spine and close your eyes when you're ready. Take a nice big inhale and a big exhale. And a big breath in and out. And one more big inhale and exhale. Awesome, you guys. Slowly letting your chin start to fall down towards your collarbone. Bringing some length into the back of the neck. And as you inhale, I want you to grow a little taller. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, soften your shoulders. Just taking this time to slow down. Settle in. And start to connect with the breath. As you inhale, start to roll our head over towards the right shoulder. Nice and slow. Once you start to feel that nice side stretch throughout the neck, take another inhale, lengthen your spine again. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Relax the jaw. Breathe. Let's stay for just one more inhale. And use the exhale to roll your head, roll your chin back down towards your collarbone. And inhale as you roll your head over to the other shoulder, the other side. Just going until you feel the stretch throughout the sides of the neck. And then take an inhale and re-lengthen your spine. Also listening to the sound of your breath. Notice if there are any thoughts on your mind that you might be able to just set off to the side for a few breaths. Or maybe the entire class today. Let's stay for an inhale. And use the exhale to bring your chin back down. Maybe it can come a little closer to the collarbone. Take another breath here. But as you inhale, lengthen your spine again. Exhale, soften the shoulders. Awesome, you guys. With an inhale, slowly start to lift your chin back up just to a neutral place. If you want to add in a shoulder roll, go for it. We're going to stay seated for a few more moments. So take another inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, turn your chest over to the right for a gentle twist. Maybe your right fingertips are on the floor behind you. For some support, keep the spine long. And using an inhale, start to turn your chest back to face the front. And exhale over to the left side for a twist. A couple breaths here. Notice where you feel this twist throughout your back, through your core. And let's use an inhale to find center again. Bring your chest back to face the front. Feel free to sneak in a shoulder roll if you want to. Awesome, you guys. Feel free to keep your eyes closed for these last few movements, but we're just going to bring our hands to the floor beside us. With a nice big inhale, start to reach your right arm up for the ceiling. Try to touch whatever it is that's above you and then lean over to the side. Find a nice side stretch. Maybe spread the fingers wide, give the palm a bit of a stretch as well. Nice, you guys, hold it here. Take another inhale, try to reach a little further. Exhale. And then use an inhale to bring yourself back up. Sitting nice and tall, fingertips to the floor as you inhale, reach the left arm up. Find that length, lean on over just as much as you need to feel a stretch. Maybe spread those fingers wide. Maybe reach a little more. Just notice where you feel the length. Just take another inhale, reach. Exhale, hold it. And use the inhale to bring yourself all the way back up. Awesome, you guys. Feel free to take one more shoulder roll if you'd like. And then you can start to open up your eyes if you haven't already. We're going to transition onto our hands and knees and then come all the way down onto our tummies. So you can start on your forearms. We're going to bring our left knee out to the side for a little half frog. At any point this becomes too much, having that knee out to the side, you can always bring it back straight behind you. But let's start here, getting into that left hip a little bit. So think about just letting the belly button come down to the mat, that left hip coming down to the mat. And then we're going to add a little shoulder stretch into here as well. So you're going to reach your right arm out in front and slide your left arm underneath your chest. And then just relax it down. So you might feel this through that left leg and hip. You might feel that left shoulder. Try to relax your head. Maybe rest your head on your hand. And if you're feeling like this is too much to do both the shoulder and the hip, you can decide if you want to just do one or the other. But just slow down. Start to feel the breath. Enjoy the stretch. Awesome, you guys. We're just going to stay for one more full cycle of breath. Inhale and exhale. And then starting with the upper body, as you inhale, lift the chest up just enough to bring that left arm out from under you. That left leg, if it's still out to the side, you can slide it all the way back in. And then we're just going to set up sphinx before we switch sides. So you can tuck your elbows right underneath your shoulders, palms facing down. You can have your legs together here for a little more. I'm going to bring my feet out wide today. Let your hips be heavy, let your belly button be heavy, and take an inhale, push into those forearms and pull the shoulders away from the ears, growing a little taller through the upper body, feeling that low back, maybe all the way up your spine to the top of the shoulders. Just notice where you feel it. Soften where you're able. And then drop the shoulders a little more. Awesome, you guys. One more breath in. And then as you exhale, let your chest slowly come back down to the mat. You can bring your legs in if you did send them out wide, maybe giving the hips a little rock side to side. We're going to start to set up our half frog with the right knee out to the side. Or maybe skipping this part if you know that you want to keep both of your legs out long behind you. But reach the left arm out in front just to lift that chest, and then slide your arm, tuck it underneath. Let that right palm face up, and then just kind of lay down on your arm, letting gravity, letting your body weight give you that nice stretch through that upper back, that shoulder, and that right arm. Let's stay for just one more breath here. And using an inhale, lifting the chest. Take your arm from underneath, sliding that right leg back in. Maybe add a little rock side to side with the hips if you need it. And then we're going to be coming back into a nice seated position. So you can push yourself up, crossing your ankles, sending your legs out in front. Let's bring the soles of our feet together and our knees out wide, getting into the hips just a little bit more with butterfly. So take an inhale, find the length through your spine. You can have your hands on your knees. Once you've got that nice long spine, you can adjust your feet, maybe sliding the feet a little further away. If you're rounding, maybe you're able to bring the heels a little bit closer and keep the spine long. But you can stay seated nice and tall, or you can add a tip forwards if it feels good. Just relax the ankles, the toes, just tip forward without forcing anything. See what happens. Awesome, you guys. Using an inhale to bring yourself back up. If you were folding forwards, we're just going to bring our knees back together. Give yourself a little hug, a little rock side to side. We're going to be leaning back just a bit, so you can bring your hands behind you for support, and then bring your feet about mat width apart. We're just going to rock the knees a little bit side to side, and then we're going to let them fall all the way over to the left side. So you can just let the knees hover. You might feel the stretch. We're trying to find something through that outer right quad and right glute. So you could stay here. You could add your left foot as a little weight for a little extra. Or you could try to bring that right shin and knee all the way down to the floor by lifting that right hip a little bit. So a few things to play with to find what gives you the best stretch for that right leg. Or maybe you feel it in all three options. And with an inhale, slowly let the knees lift back up. Maybe doing just a little rock side to side to shake things out. And then our knees are going to fall over to the right. So again, maybe just hover the knees. Maybe add that extra weight of the right foot. Or maybe try to bring that left knee and shin all the way down to the floor. Awesome, you guys. So using an inhale, start to bring your knees back up. A little rock side to side if it feels good. And you can lean forwards again and actually walk your feet closer to the bottom of your mat. We can start with our knees nice and bent here. We're going to move into a forward fold. So if that means anything to you, you can set up a forward fold. But just take an inhale to lengthen through the spine. Maybe you're going to stay here. Maybe you're going to add a tip forwards. If it feels good to round through the spine, you might round it out. Give your legs a hug maybe. Maybe tuck your chin towards your collarbone. And you can stay here, hugging the legs, knees bent. Maybe you want a little more of a stretch to the back of your legs, and you want to bring your feet a little further away, legs a little straighter. You might continue to hang on to the legs. Feels pretty good today. Or you might let that go. You might bring your arms out from under the legs and keep that chest lifted. Maybe pointing the toes up towards the ceiling. Just relaxing through your shoulders wherever you are, whatever you're doing. And let's stay for just a few more breaths. Make any adjustments that you need. Maybe re-lengthening through the spine. Maybe finding some more length through the legs. Namaste, guys. With an inhale, let's start to lift the upper body back up. If you're folding, find a nice long spine. You can bend your knees and plant your feet. Maybe giving yourself one more nice hug. Rock side to side. We're going to be laying down on our backs. Next, you can keep your feet on the mat, or you can bring your knees in towards your chest. But just give that low back a bit of a massage. Encourage the low back down into your mat. Add a little rock side to side if it feels good. And you can continue that rock side to side, and maybe you just want to keep your legs as they are. Or maybe you want to try to reach for your feet, kind of come into a butterfly laying down. Either way, you're going to maybe rock side to side, but keep your low back down on the mat. If you can't hang on to your feet, you could just grab onto the knees. Keep the big toes together. Maybe a little rock. Awesome, you guys. If your knees are out wide, just bring them back together. If your feet are lifted, bring them back to the floor. And let's just bring the right knee into the chest and send the left leg out long. Give that right knee a nice big hug. You can keep laying on your back, hugging that right knee in, or you can join me for a twist, pulling that right knee across the body over to the left side. Just shimmy the shoulders, keep them down, especially that right side. Maybe your right big toe can get a little heavier and find the floor beside you. Breathing just a little bit deeper. And with an inhale, if you are twisting, start to roll back out of that twist. Hug your right knee back into the chest. And as you exhale, let it go. We'll be switching sides. You can bring the left knee in, send the right leg out. And maybe skip the twist, maybe just stay like this. Or you can start to pull the knee across. Keep that left shoulder heavy. Breathing just a little deeper. Feel the rise and the fall of your tummy. And with an inhale, if you're twisting, start to bring it back. Hug your knee into your chest one more time. And then as you exhale, let it go. Feet to the floor, maybe another little rock side to side, massaging the low back. Awesome, you guys. Feel free to stay laying down on your back, or you can rock up and come into a nice comfy seat. If you have time to spend some time in Shavasana today, I highly encourage you to do so. Otherwise, bringing your hands together in front of your heart. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.